Well, welcome to another edition of Vinny's vlog. How are you all? Hope you're all okay. Yeah, you join me at Girton again. Nothing much to report. Got here at tea time, and the guys that have been on this week haven't really done a lot. Popular Point did a 35, which is obviously really good fish, but it's not doing a lot of fish, so it's odd bites at the moment. It's been pretty high pressure this week. It was dead hot today. I was at work in the car park and it was baking hot, and I think for that reason they're not very active, but we're just moving into a bit of low pressure now, so I might have just hit it right. Having said that, I've seen one fish and I've been here 4 hours, which is not good. Normally you'd see a lot more than that, and that fish was a stocky as well, but I mean, that doesn't mean anything. I'm pretty sure they're here. I know in between the 2 point swims further down the lake, I know there's a few fish showing there, and I was a little bit 50-50. To be honest, the swim that I would have gone in there was taken sub, but I was 50-50 whether I came down on this bottom end on the bowl. This is a swim I've been fishing, you know, quite a lot recently, if I can get in it, of course. So yeah, there's nothing to report at the moment. So I just want to start this vlog by saying, you know, if you sent me a message thanking me on the capture of Measles, then thanks a lot, much appreciated, of course. And also the guys on the DNA Digital channel, get a lot of comments on there, and some of you were, you know, sending me real nice comments saying, you know, you've watched the series and realised how tough it's been. And yeah, that's one thing I wanted to do at the start of doing this vlogs. I mean, all this media and vlogs is pretty new to me, you know. I just kind of do it to let people know what I'm up to, and you know, if you get something from it, brilliant, you know. But one thing I did want to do is show you the bad bits when I get it wrong, when I lose a fish, and not keep it all, you know, the sweet bits, the good bits, because you know, I don't care who you are, how good or angry you are, at times this lake can beat you up. It can be really frustrating. The amount of times I've been on fish, and I mean on fish, proper having it, and you're just looking at your bobbins, and every member on here will have had that situation. If you haven't already, then chances are at some point it will happen to you. You know, the natural food in here and the well-pressured fish, it can be really, really tough. So yeah, Measles was a awesome moment of my carp fishing. Funnily enough, I was thinking the other day, you know, about 7 or 8 years ago when I first joined DNA, I went to Waveney Valley, and I was on Sea Lake, I think, about 5 hours, and I had the Immaculate Common at £39. And for me, that was kind of like a highlight of my fishing, but in actual fact, it wasn't a highlight of anything. I didn't really work hard for that fish, did I? You know, I was just right place, right time. But I'd like to think that, you know, catching one of the A team out of here, you know, I did. I don't think anybody could say I didn't put some effort in for that one. You know, I've spent a lot of time down here, and it's a long drive, and it's an horrible road, which I've mentioned before, but you know, it is what it is. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and we're moving into mid-May now. A lot of the lakes are spawning in the area, but not here. This will be another 3 or 4 weeks. Very deep lake. The water temperature's nowhere near yet, so my lake is looking a little bit like they're going to get going this weekend. You know, they were just starting to show signs of it when I was working down there the other night. So we've got 3 or 4 weeks fishing on here. The commons are still uncaught. We'll see. I would guess in the next month somebody's going to be very, very happy on this lake. This is a lovely fish. Look at that. Again, this is one of the new ones. The guys put 50 of these fish in November. I was actually on site when they did it. And yeah, these are going to do well in this lake. Well, anything's going to do well in this lake. So yeah, that's my second 20 of the visit, and on this lake that's not bad going at all. The stockies are kind of ruling the roost in the feeding at the moment. I've had a fair share of them, but you just have to accept it. It's just part of the lake now, you know. Just get a fresh rig on, fresh lead. Just get the rig back out there. That's all you can do. So yeah, but if you keep persevering, there's fish like this that's going to come through. So yeah, fantastic. Really happy with this. We'll get it weighed and get it back. Come on, mate. Yeah, so straight away, I've only been really fishing about an hour. Single milky malt. Obviously, after catching measles, I'm pretty confident in the milky malts in this lake at the moment. So yeah, all my rods are on that bait. Just at the moment, just on singles, but I think I'm going to feed them in this swim, you know. Right, so I weighed the fish. I wasn't far off. 20. Oh, hang on. Yeah, 23 pounds 6. So yeah, absolutely happy. Like I said, put up a terrific fight, did this one. Went off like a torpedo initially. So yeah, you can go back and you can go get much bigger in this lake. Well, after being up so early, I got my head down for an hour, and I'm literally half an hour into a deep sleep, and the left-hand rod's just melted, and it's an absolute stunner. Look at that. If it's not £20 this fish, it's certainly not far off. It's around about that mark. But look at the scale patterns on this fish. Well, I weighed the fish. I was a little bit out. It was 18.5. I weighed £18.10. But looks make up for its size, doesn't it? Look at them big apple slice scales he's got. Right, well, we're just moving into my final night of this visit now, and yeah, this is the best time of day in it. You know, the wind's dropping off, it's like a mill pond, and the sun's just going down behind me, and it's, yeah, the best time of day. And right on cue, they're starting to show. Yeah, at the moment what I tend to do is I just leave one rod and kind of decide what to do with that rod, you know, in the next hour or so. You know, if there's an area where I'm seeing a few, it might, you know, I might just put a single on it, or just maybe, you know, throw in stick a bit of bait. And so at the moment I'm just kind of deciding what to do with that last rod. But yeah, this afternoon I've relined all my spools, new leaders, new hook links, new hooks, everything, you know. The rods that I've done, made sure that they're all cock on. It's my last night. I don't want to miss a chance by doing something stupid, carelessness, you know. So yeah, I've just spent a couple of hours this afternoon making sure everything's absolutely right, double checking my marks, making sure that my spots are all bang on and my distances are all accurate. So yeah, the fish have changed today. You know, we've seen a few shows today. Yesterday we didn't see anything, so it's also like, it was warmer during the day today than it has been, you know, for this trip, but it's certainly not warm now. As soon as that sun starts to go down, you're starting to feel a real bite in the air, you know. But yeah, the fish are active at the moment. They're chucking themselves out. They're showing long in the bowl, but I'm seeing a few up this channel, so I'm just gonna watch this area quite closely for the next hour, and hopefully we'll see a big one show and we can maybe get a rod on it. We'll see. But yeah, fingers crossed for tonight. I'll let you know how we get on. Oh my God, again. I was only saying on film yesterday, one of them commons is due. And it's happened. Yes! I don't know which one it is. It's one of the big ones. Same spot as Measles, exactly the same spot, same rig, same bait, everything. I lost a fish on this rod this morning, just a drop back, struck into nothing. And then it's done the same again. It was a drop back, real slow drop back. Wound down as fast as I could, get up. Yeah, unbelievable. This is huge. I mean, huge. Unbelievable.
You do realise it's going over your head and
No. Right, The situation at the moment is I've got a massive common in the sling. There's a few guys come down to get ready to sort it out, and as we're waiting, this absolute peach has gone off. I've now got one rod in the water, but I don't care, because in a few minutes I'm going to show you one of the biggest commons. Well, it's certainly the biggest common I've ever caught in the UK, but one of the biggest commons in the north of England. So we'll get this one back and get the big one out.
There's a fling filler. That's certainly up for 15.
Right then guys, we've got the fish out of the water obviously, and it's 2T. We haven't weighed it yet, but it's bloody enormous. Oh my god. Okay, so this was on a single milky malt, exactly the same spot as where I caught Measles from, and this is huge. Alright girl, have you ever seen anything like that? I certainly haven't in my carp fishing lifetime. Oh my god. I've got about 15 people taking photographs. My arms are killing. I'll do my best to show you it in the water guys, but if she goes, she goes. She's a big fish. Last thing I want to do is give her any troubles. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say other than thank you DNA Baits, and thank you the management of Girton Fishery for giving me the opportunity to enjoy something as unbelievable as this. I don't want to let it go. Will you come on with me? You look good in my lake, you. I don't think the guys that stood next to me will be impressed with that one.
Definitely not.
Go on then, girl. She's just drawing some water in now. God, look at it across the shoulders. Ah. I've only got one t-shirt. Well, I hadn't had a chance to come to my senses. The guys that helped me weigh and photograph Tootie left the swim about 5 minutes ago. I only had one rod in the water, and it's rattled off with this lovely plump 23. What a fantastic session. I think I'm gonna probably have a tidy up, not put the rods out for another hour and just have 5 minutes, because it's just been carnage, you know. There's been like 10 or 15 people in the swim, and it's a lovely fish is that. So I think I just need 5 minutes, have a coffee and a sit down and come to my senses. Right, so it's my birthday weekend, and we always plan for my wife to come down and spend the weekend with me, and Seeing as I caught a big un, she's brought me a little bottle of champagne. If Carlsbergs did wives, so I'll try and open it without. You just twist.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a screw cap. Oh well, it's a screw cap, but it's still good. So we're gonna have a glass of champagne and celebrate. There you go, there's a little bit of fizz. And celebrate probably the best moment in my carp fishing ever. Alright, Mrs. P,
Alright,
how are you doing?
I'm very good.
Did you have a nice barbecue?
Yeah, it was alright, yeah. Some nice M&S burgers for the birthday boy.
M&S burgers for the
M&S
birthday
burger,
boy.
M&S
Okay.
burgers, yeah.
Okay.
Just warming my feet on the barbecue now.
Yeah, nice. So you're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Why? What happened today?
Only caught 54-pounder?
Yeah!
Yeah, well done. I'm
Nice
very,
one.
very proud. Very proud.
Thank you, Mrs. P.
I have been a carp fishing widow for many years.
No, not a total widow. A semi-widow
Semi-widow.
at times.
I like
at
the
times.
celebrations afterwards.
Yeah, we're doing all
They're
right, aren't we?
all right.
What bait do you reckon we caught it on?
I think it might have been a malty milk. Milky
Molly
malt.
milk.
DNA.
Yeah.
All day long. DNA bits.
You know what he's mixing in before he's even mixed it in.
Can't be starting.
Oh, you know this is. Right, okay.
This is the original.
See, I was a mosher, I missed all this. Right, good morning. Yeah, I'm not feeling my best, I must admit. I had a couple of Heinekens last night celebrating the big fish, and of course it's my birthday this morning. So I had a couple of fish, scraper 20s last night, and I didn't put those rods back out. We had a guy come in to have a chat with us, and so yeah, I was just a bit tired, just exhausted from the day, so I didn't put those rods back out, which is not like me, I must admit, but anyway. And I still had rods out, or still had 2 rods out. One of them's gone off this morning. It's first light, it's about 6:30, 6:45, something like that, and this 2410 original common made an appearance. So I'm going to get it back and get some coffee. Yeah, I need a coffee. Well, I can't even have a coffee. It's just going ballistic. I think this must be my 6th 20 plus the big one. It's ballistic. This is an absolutely stunning fish. This is one of the new ones, and this absolutely tore off. Most of these 20s that I'm catching that are the new ones, they go a little bit when you first took them and then that's it, but not this one. Mate, this absolutely went off like a torpedo and I couldn't stop it. He's not happy. Come on, mate. Look at that. That is some fish. You imagine that mid-30s. I'm guessing it's about 24 pounds, something like that. I'll pop it on the scales and give it away in a minute, but in the meantime, I need a coffee because I still haven't had a coffee yet. We'll put him back. Big shoulders on this one. This one ain't going to hang about. Lovely fish. So where do we start with this one then? What a 24 hours. I'm absolutely exhausted. I know it's like, what are you on about? But I am, and everyone descended upon the swim yesterday, and my phone's just not stopped, and yeah, mentally exhausted, but you know, inside very happy. You know, if you'd have offered me measles for the season and that one fish, I'd have snapped your hand off. To catch 2 of them, it's never been done. And yeah, I work hard, I know they swim very well. I've got spots that I've had multiple bites off and I'm happy with them. I double check everything, you know, like I said to you before earlier in this vlog. I double check everything. I check my line, I check my leaders, I check my hooks. If it don't quite land on the spot, it gets redone, you know, so I do all that right. I know the big fish are here, but to be fair, if I'm honest, I don't do a lot that most of the other guys don't do. I've always said about this place, you can't see them, you're fishing in deep water, you know, there's an element of luck to catching them big uns, and as much as I work hard and, you know, the points I've just raised, you know, yeah, there's an element of luck to it. But you got to be here, you know, and you got to put the effort in. But I never dreamt I'd catch a mid-50 common. Certainly not in England. Yeah, so the most epic moment of my carp fishing again, you know, Measles was based on the fact that I've been coming here, and I was talking to the owner of the lake, Anthony. He popped down this afternoon and I said, you know, sometimes you get in the van to drive here and you're just like, what am I doing to myself? You know the weather's not right, you know it hasn't been fishing well, but you think if that's the visit I don't go on, that might have been the one. So in your head, you don't want to do it. And before the stock is put in, you know, a lot of blanks. But as they always say, the rewards are there, aren't they? You know, and that's proved that. So, repeat what I've said before. You know, massive thank you to DNA Baits. I've said it since, you know, years ago since I started with them. I'm mega confident in what they give me. It's just quality stuff, and it's one part of the jigsaw, but it's an important part of the jigsaw. Equally to Anthony and all the guys at AJS Fishery for giving me the opportunity to have an experience like this. I absolutely love this lake. I loved it the day I walked on here. I loved it. There's lots of things about it that you know, suit me. If you'd have asked me then, would I catch 2 of the big ones, I would have said probably not. But yeah, there you go. So this is the last night now. They're just starting to roll again. And that one is right on me, so we'll probably get another couple of bites before the morning. So, and then we're going to pack up and go home, and because it's my birthday weekend, I've arranged to meet a couple of friends up at the pub. So that's pretty good weekend, isn't it? So we've had £55 common. My wife's come up to see me. We've had lovely barbecue, and I'm going to the pub tomorrow, spend some time with my friends. Pretty good birthday. We'll take it, won't we? So, unless I catch anything worthy of showing you, thank you for watching my vlog. I'm very happy. I'm probably going to take a few weeks off.